Hello, and hello again to everybody that is out there. I'm so happy for all of y'all who have subscribed to my channel recently within the last few weeks. It is really growing and I really appreciate you guys. So, introducing to some and getting reacquainted with others, I am your girl Tiara Griffin, and I am your Heal Her Relationship Coach, where I'm helping women heal their relationship with God, their relationship with themselves, their relationship in dating, their relationship with their father, and their relationship with money. As you connect with me and as you watch my channels and get all into all of these good videos that are coming before you, you are securing your heart and your bag. Who doesn't want to be healed and have a check to match? Okay, so today we're going to be talking about dating. My passion behind helping women to heal is for us to be more positioned and correctly positioned and properly positioned to date. Dating that leads to marriage, dating that leads to being able to have peace, because I've been hearing a lot like dating is hard, it's frustrating in my dating season. And I think for one thing, we have been so frustrated in dating because we have been doing it wrong. We haven't had grace in dating it because we haven't been dating in a way that brings forth results. So if you are new to the channel or whatever the case may be, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification. You got to turn on the post notification so that you'll be notified every single time I post, and leave me some feedback in the comment section. Talk back to me. Give me more of your questions, okay? Because I really want to answer your questions so that I can help you heal and get to the bag, period, okay? So today, I'll be 30. As if you do not know, I will be 30 on July 5th. I think that's about 20 something days. I was counting it down, and today's day 9. I have about, I don't know, I'll be 30 in like 20 days or less, right? So I wanted to do something. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do so now. I've been posting videos every single day, videos and pictures of just lessons I've learned and things I would tell myself, my younger self, right? And it's been really therapeutic, and it's been helping a lot of women, and for that I am like completely grateful, okay? So today I want to talk about dating is not hard in your 20s. I specifically did it wrong. And if you are in your 20s and you're watching this video, and even in your 30s, here are some of the things that you have to stop doing. Avoid these things so that you can have dating that leads to more peace. You can have dating that leads to marriage. You can have dating that leads to I'm not going to say fulfillment, we're going to get into that in a minute, but dating that complements you, dating that causes you to grow and become more of who you already are, dating that leads to relationships and marriages and engagements, instead of this breakup to makeup, this constant study of learning how to divorce, a relationship that makes hell nervous. I want to help you date for real so that you can get real results, and so that you can stop being a bridesmaid and hopefully one day be a bride if that's something that you want. But we have been dating wrong. So let me tell you the things you gotta stop doing immediately, okay? Immediately, in order to stop costing yourself the happiness, the man of your dreams, the man that you do deserve, and even costing you from being the woman of your dreams. Because every time you get into a bad situationship or relations with somebody, you have to spend like 30 years healing. You gotta deprocess, declutter, you gotta fix and all of these things before you can get back out there. Let's stop going through that broken cycle. If you do not know, I wrote a book, Tears of an Orphan Heart, but I want to read you the back cover of my book. Get it, and then I want to read it to you, okay? And it says, he revealed to me that I kept going through the same cycles because I was expecting every relationship to fill the void of my father. That's the last point that I want to mention to you, but I really wanted to say that. So if you have not grabbed a copy of my book, I'm running this book and my journal. Let's see. Return to Your First Love, and my book for $30. This is my birthday bundle. Go ahead and get this birthday bundle for $30, and you can get this with with the coupon code worthythirty. That's WORTHYTHIRTY. get this book and get this journal for just $30 until my birthday. All right, get this, $30. Worthy30. Link will be in the description, and or you can go to www.tiaragriffin.com. Okay, you know we had to get those out of the way, the commercials. Okay, so this is what you got to do, because dating doesn't have to be hard. Dating doesn't have to be frustrating. Dating can be fun and successful. This is what dating is supposed to be for. But I feel like we put way too much pressure on dating. We doing way too much. We're doing way too much, and we're getting our expectations crushed. Because I remember when I was dating these guys, after it would break or after it would end, I'd be like, man, these guys aren't hurting me. I'm hurting myself. And I'm hurting myself because my expectations aren't being met. And the pressure that I was putting on dating didn't bring forth diamonds. That pressure didn't make diamonds. It brought disappointments. So these are the things that you need to stop doing in order to have love that lasts. Happy, healthy love. This has to work. Take the pressure out of it. Take the pressure out of it. Take the pressure out of it. This doesn't have to work. If it doesn't work, that's okay. If it doesn't work, fine. It's okay. Because we put so much pressure on, this has to work. This is the end all be all. If this doesn't work, I'm done dating. Take the pressure off of it. This doesn't have to work. If it doesn't work, get the lesson out of it. My mom would always say, eat the meat and spit out the bones. Eat what's good of it. Learn from it. I'm so glad for all the things that I have been through in my 20s. I'm so happy for all the doors that closed, all the relationships that ended, because it has allowed me to have this wisdom so I don't have to repeat the same cycles again. And it also built my character. It also taught me how to love myself more. It taught me how to protect myself more. It teaches me what to do, what not to do, so that I can have the results that I want, right? So this doesn't have to work. Stop dating like this has to work. This is the way to my happily ever after. First come, first serve. He's available and he's interested. Stop dating like that. Date as a woman that is not waiting, but a woman that is in position. When a woman is waiting, she's going to jump at the first sign that she gets that this could be promising. She's going to jump at the first sign that this is a relationship that I want. She's going to jump at the first sign of somebody loving her. She's going to jump at the first sign of someone calling her beautiful. When she's waiting on something that can be found within herself. You are the thing that's missing in dating. You are the thing that's missing from you having the best life possible. You are the thing. So we have to stop waiting and dating men like he's the best thing that I've been waiting for. He's the one that I've been waiting for. No, honey, you are the thing that a great man is waiting for. You are the good thing that a good man is waiting to complement his life and to build his empire and to further his empire when you already got an empire started. Stop waiting for dating to complete you or finally bring you into all the things that you want. Man, come to the table with something. Come to the table packed and stacked and like, yo, I'm good. Date from your sufficiency and not from your need. Date from a place of security. Date from a place of being, I'm already validated. I don't need you to love me, sir, for me to be validated. I don't need you to love me in order to know that I'm good enough, in order to know that I'm worthy. This is how I was dating in my 20s, and that's why it was a lot of pressure, because I was expecting these people to give this to me and to make me feel some type of way that they couldn't do. I had to already come with this. I had to already come with my table spread, and when he come, we just have more. Not coming empty, wanting to be loved. That's another thing. Stop going into dating expecting somebody to bring something else to the table. In the sense of like, I don't have anything and I'm dating because I need a need met. Don't date because you need a need met. Because when you're dating like that, like I said again, you're waiting for somebody to do something before you can do something. That's not the way you want to date. Okay? Stop dating trying to race your timetable. Stop trying to race your timetable. I know, because I want to be married with my first child by 30. I am not married. I am happily single. I am going to get married. However, I don't have a relationship. I don't have a prospect right now. And it's all good. It was supposed to be by 28, but when you know that you are where God wants you to be, it's okay. You may need to date with God, not maybe. Date with the Holy Spirit, date with God, because his ways always work. And when you can ask God, okay, Lord, why am I still single? Is there something I'm supposed to be doing in my singleness? Don't look at singleness as a prison. Look at it as a place of preparation. Look at it as a place that is preparing you for the next. Because if you leave this season too early, anything that leaves something prematurely always has some complications. Okay, whenever you leave the womb too early, there may be complications. Whenever you leave a place too early, there'll be complications. And when God has called you to a place, he's going to provide in that place. But if you leave that place because you're trying to meet your own deadline, you're going to have to survive by yourself. A lot of people are wanting to be in relationships, but without the presence of God. Because like the Israelites said, he was like, I'll send y'all can have the promise, you can have the things that I promised that I would give you, but I'm not going with you. I do not want to go into marriage without God. I want to make sure that what I'm praying for, I'm able to maintain, I'm able to steward, I'm able to cultivate and make grow, because I have the wisdom. My character is built for what I'm praying for. Can you handle the things that you prayed for? A lot of times dating right now is hard, and it perceives to be hard because you aren't even dating yourself. You got to date you to know what you like and to know your boundaries. Stop dating without boundaries. Stop dating without deal breakers. You need to know when it's time to get up from a table. And knowing that you're good enough to get up from this table, because I'm not at this table because I need anything from you. A lot of us are dating and ignoring all the red flags. You yourself might be a red flag, right? But you're dating, and when you're dating and you are a red flag, you're dating toxic and you're dating with wounds. And that's the last one that I'm going to talk about, okay? But you're dating and this person has all these red flags, but you don't know where's your limit. You don't know how much you're willing to take, and you're allowing them to tell you you're worth this much and I'm going to do this much because you're not going to stop it. That's what's causing you to lose your peace, because you're giving your peace, your sanity, in exchange for this man being in your life. Yo, stop dating like that, okay? So he can't fix you. He can't clean you up. He can't make you better. I remember I went to this church service and this prophet asked me, why do you feel like you have to date a man that's not assembled? Like, why do you feel like you like pretty much pre-assemble him? Why can't you date a man that's already whole? And I didn't feel like I could at that time. And as I look back on it, because I wasn't whole, I didn't feel like I was good enough or deserving of that, because there was still areas in me that I hadn't perfected, that I was still struggling with, and I didn't deserve that. Stop dating like you don't deserve something, because you do. Whatever, and this saying, like, there are no good men out there. Stop saying that, because you have what you say. Whatever you believe in your mind will become your reality. So because I didn't believe that there were any good men out there, and I didn't believe that I was worthy of it, I kept attracting men that were aligned with my belief system. And I didn't know how to choose well. You don't have to choose every man that comes to your life. You don't have to date every guy that approaches you. Learn how to choose well by loving you and knowing who you are. Okay? These are all the lessons that I learned now. These are not all of them, but a lot of the lessons that I learned in my 20s. Because it doesn't have to be hard. We make it hard because we are dating without a plan. We're dating without boundaries. We're dating without deal breakers. We're dealing without worth. We're dating without worth, and we're dating with wounds. Okay, you're dating and you're looking for these qualities in the men that don't have the capacity. You are dating this guy who has these you want him to have these qualities, and you're trying to pull it out of him. You're trying to unbury it. You're trying to dig it up out of him when he doesn't have the capacity to be the thing that you want. Stop dating those guys who don't want the same thing you want. Stop dating these guys who don't really want you and don't want to commit, and you feel like you can change his mind. Stop dating him. All right. You know, on the red flags, dating with God, we gotta date with God. If you don't date with God, it's gonna fail anyway, because he's jealous, okay? In dating, stop hearing what you want to hear. Believe all of what you see and half of what you hear. When a man shows you who he is, believe him. Once anybody shows you who they are, the first time, believe them. This guy showed me who he is one time, right? And my behind, I actually was like, okay, well, maybe I made excuses for him. I tried to like make what he was doing okay. Maybe because he is going through a lot. Nah, when he showed you who he is, believe him and choose you. Choose what's good for you. Don't stay because you've had time spent. Don't stay out of guilt. Do you think when these people fire you from these jobs, they don't feel guilty? You don't fit, and that's all right. And when I got fired from my job, it actually made me want to improve. We are trying to date and we're trying to coddle men and not challenge them. We're trying to date and we're trying to coddle men, trying to protect them from the world. You are not his mother. You are wanting a spouse, not a child. This is not a parent-child relationship, and that's what a lot of people are in, because a lot of women are going into relationships looking for a father and not for a spouse. A lot of times we're looking for our father in these relationships, and then these men, we're coddling them, trying to protect them because we're nurturers by nature. Okay, so don't date like that. Challenge him, because a man is going to do better when he wants to, but also when he's challenged. But if he doesn't feel challenged, he is not being required to become better. When you are afraid and you have fear of abandonment and rejection issues, you're not going to walk away from this man. I didn't want to leave this one guy because I was like, if I leave him, who's going to help him? That's not your job, baby. You ain't God, number one. And then number two is I felt like I was so afraid to leave. And when you're like that, you're willing to do everything. You're willing to overcompensate. You're willing to perform in order to be picked. We're not performing to be picked anymore. That's why you're struggling in your dating life, because you're trying to be picked. You're trying to audition for his validation, audition for his love, audition for his validation. You're trying to audition for him to say that you're good enough so he can pick you. Listen, if he ain't trying to pick you, start your own team. This is not a pickup game where you got to jump through hoops. That is not what real love is. Stop dating the guy in your head, okay? Because the one that you want him to be, he may not meet that potential. Again, so that's what I was saying. When you aren't afraid to lose him, and he needs to be afraid to lose you. You should be the thing that he's like, listen, I cannot live without this woman. You want to challenge those that are around you and not hold them back from becoming all that they can because you want to just make it comfortable. Stop trying to be convenient for a man that has what it takes in order to meet where you are. You ever seen the video? I'm put a picture right here. I created like this little picture from something that I had seen. When you're waiting for a man, when he says, come down here so that you can be with me, you're ready to jump. Promise that you'll catch me. And you put too much trust in him. You put too much trust in that relationship, right? But you want to be a woman that is positioned so that when he says, come down here, you're like, nah, come up here. Make him come up to your standards. Stop jumping off the shelf. When you see stores that have all of these sale signs and these discounts, they're trying to make these things jump off the shelf because these things, they want them in your house. These items are jumping off the shelf because they want to go home with them. When the other items, other people, like if you see luxury cars, they're not jumping off the shelf. They're not marking it down to be convenient for anybody else. Nah, if you want me, player, come up here. If you want me, do these things. But we have always, for myself, I felt like men were more worthy than me. The guys that I wanted to date, they were worth more than me. So I was willing to do all of these things in order to make them love me because I thought they were worth it. You were worth me calling you a lot. You were worth me chasing you. You were worth me trying to pull out of you what was in you. You were worth me being afraid to lose. But we need to have that same energy for ourselves. You need to be knowing that you are the prize, that you are worth losing, that you are worth living without. And if he doesn't see that you are, then leave him, baby, as is. Stop dating like that. Can you see, as I'm saying these things, do you see the pressure? Do you see the pressure that is on these relationships that's causing you to want to give up on love if this doesn't work? We want to give up on love from dating the wrong type of guys. Like if you had a good dude, I could understand you saying if this doesn't work, then I'm done. But we dating these knuckleheads, like my grandfather would say, these piss-tail boys. Like we've set our standards so low for these men and like, oh, there's no better men. That's another thing. There are really good men out there. And as I've been walking in my purpose, God has been putting me before more people. But when you're waiting for a man to come before you start living, you're not putting yourself before the people that you really want. You're not putting yourself before the good men. Allow God to lead you in your purpose. Don't do your purpose because you want to find men. Just be in your purpose because your purpose is the thing that will complete you, not your relationship. Okay? And as I'm speaking these videos, look how many people I'm getting before. Like I thought about the celebrities who are dating like these, like Lori Harvey. She's able to meet a Michael B. Jordan because she's in that field. She's in the vicinity of where he is. right? But you in your little hometown and you date the same kind of hood dudes that you want to be these Christian men. Not saying that they cannot, but go with me. You want these hard dudes who don't want to leave the hood, who don't want to leave out of their mentality that they're in. You're like, there's no good dudes. No, where you're looking at, there's none there, but there may be some over here. But get into your purpose and allow God to expand your reach. As you're expanding your reach to touch people's lives, you're going to be put in front of more people. Okay? Let's see. Last, before I get into the father wounds, you need to stop dating to shoot your shot. Stop shooting your shot. Alley-oop that thing. Like where you throw the ball to the next player and he follows through. If you shoot your shot, don't shoot your shot. I want you to alley-oop. Pass it to the next person and let him dunk that thing. If he don't got no follow through, we don't want him. Alley-oop. Don't shoot your shot. Period. Okay, and y'all know what I mean. You shooting your shot and making the basket, and there's no teamwork. You're interested, but he's not even showing you that he's interested. That's why. That's the one mistake that you are making in your dating. Last one, you're dating with daddy wounds. As long as you're dating with a daddy wound, you are trying to meet a void. The little girl in you wants a daddy, but the woman in you is translating that I want a man. And when you are deficient, you have to get supplements. And the supplement for your daddy wounds is sex and relationships and love and climbing the corporate ladder and getting social media likes and seeking the approval of people. When you're doing that, that's too much pressure. You need to date healed, because when you don't, you have an open wound and you become infectious. Not only are you infectious, but you're contaminated. And when you are contaminated, you are bleeding on everything. And hurt people. And you're becoming even more hurt because of the men that you're dating, because what you're doing is you're attracting another hurt man. And now we've formed a bond of codependency because we're meeting each other's need. But guess what happens when you start to heal? When you start to heal, in the void that you were trying to fill with this relationship starts to get filled by God, starts to get filled by what you know and believe about yourself, you're not going to need him anymore. Stop dating to fill a need, because when you are dating from a place of sufficiency and not of need, you can pick in the right time, and you can take your time and pick, because you're trying to date for the future. I'm trying to date so that my kids don't have to worry about healing from me as a parent. I'm trying to date in a way that's going to bring me because you need to be happy within yourself first, but he adds to my happiness, he adds to my life, right? And I'll get to that in a minute. But you want to date and be able to take your time and really choose a man, not because you need him right now, but I'm good, like I'm fulfilled, I don't have to rush. And I can take my time. Dating should be fun. Dating should be trying to get to know somebody. But so many people are dating with so many needs. You're not dating because you want somebody to love. You're dating because I need somebody to feel me. That's one of the mistakes in dating. Okay? Let's see. Choose you first. Stop dating with these. You can have high expectations, but make them realistic. And if this man is not meeting the standard, meeting what you desire, cut it off. Why are you still here? Why are you waiting? It's because you are trying to fill a void. Get your voids met by the Father. Get your voids met by forgiving your father, and stop looking for your daddy, because when you are not healed, these unresolved wounds turn into these unresolved wounds. What do? What do these unresolved wounds do? You inevitably marry your father. When you have unresolved father wounds, you automatically marry your dad if you do not heal, because he's the only template that you know. You got to see something different for you to believe that it's possible for you. All right? Date whole, date healed. And you can choose from a place of fullness and not brokenness, and not rushing and really taking your time. You can trust him with you. Can God trust the men that you're dating with you? Think about that before you commit. Stop opening up way too soon and giving way too much, because that's what we tend to do in these relationships. We don't allow a person to show us who they is. So we're trusting a person that hasn't proved himself worthy to be trusted. Right? So here we are, and I'm like, dang, I'm not getting more peace. I'm not getting more favor. I'm not getting more fullness. I'm not being added to. More of the great qualities of myself aren't being drawn out. What's being drawn out is my anger. What's being drawn out is my frustration. What's being drawn out is my lust. All of these things that don't please God are being drawn out of me, right? If he is not bringing out the things that are of God, if he's not making you want God more and you're being led away from him, that's why you're frustrated in dating, because God is more than likely trying to pull this person out of your life. But we are so afraid to leave people and get it from tables because I need this person. I'm afraid to get it from this table because this is my last chance. This is my happily ever after. It is not. Okay? I am so glad that I let go and lost the men that I really wanted to love, because I was able to see that God would never allow me to lose something and not have something better. God would never allow you to, what you lost and what you let go, to be the best thing that you ever had. I have found so much fulfillment on the other side of breakups. I'm walking in my purpose and I healed. When I'm still in a broken place, I can't heal. I can't see myself in a better light, because where only thing I am able to see is this man and how he makes me feel. And now I'm believing what he's doing to me is now confirming what I believe about myself. You cannot heal in a broken place. You have to break out of it and be able to see that there is something better. And I'm so glad that I'm able to see, there's a better version of me that is on the other side over there. So that is the video for today. This is just part one. I'm going to do another one with some other tips that I have from the things that I've learned in my 20s. Dating doesn't have to be hard. Stop making it hard and follow these tips, and it'll stop costing you your love, your happiness, and your peace. Go ahead and like this video, share this video with a friend who you think needs to hear this video. Subscribe and turn on that post notification so that you can be notified every single time I post, and leave a comment in the comment section below and talk back to your girl. And last but not least, help me celebrate my 30th birthday by getting my journal, Return to Your First Love. It has all of these dynamic pages that I have filled up, writing prompts and everything. This and my book for $30 on my website, link in bio, but also www.tiaragriffin.com. It'll be right here. Go get this book and my journal for $30 with promo code worthythirty. Thank you guys for listening, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.